Hey everybody, this is Ryan here. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Usually I do how-to videos or hiking adventures or jeeping adventures, but today we're going to shoot a tent review. We're going to review the Hilleberg Anjan 2. Lion and I purchased our Anjan 2 just over 2 years ago in preparation for hiking the Colorado Trail. It's a moderate distance through hike of about 500 miles that goes from Denver to Durango. So we've used it for 35 nights on that trail and about another 20 nights on various shorter trips as well. The Anjan 2 is a two-person tunnel-style tent that has 4 guy lines, 12 stakes, and 2 poles. Since it's not freestanding, it does require at least 4 stakes in order to pitch the tent. I was hoping not to film this taking my sunglasses on and off, but they're going to have to go back on. Hilleberg makes all of their tent flies using a proprietary siliconized nylon. They're all ripstop. This particular tent uses 20 denier nylon, and it's triple silicone coated on each side. It has a tear strength of 17.5 pounds. The floor of the Anjan 2 is a double polyurethane coated 50 denier nylon for extra durability. The level of attention to detail on this tent is pretty incredible. For example, at the end of each stakeout loop is a stainless steel ring through which you would put the tent stake when you pitch the tent. They do that because in a windstorm, the tent can flap, and doing so could cause those stakeout loops to get cut by a worn, sharp tent stake. But if the tent stake goes through a steel ring, that can't happen. All the zippers on Hilleberg tents are YKK, very high quality. At the back, you'll find a ripstop nylon mesh vent to help with airflow in the tent. The door to the tent is also a ripstop nylon mesh to help with airflow. There are not, however, any exterior vents in the tent fly. Since the Anjan is a double-walled tent, it's a little bit warmer than most single-wall tents and does not get much condensation inside unless the conditions are very poor. With the series of elastic toggles and loops, you can actually remove the inner tent from the outer tent and pitch either separately. It also allows you to remove the inner tent on a wet day, keeping it dry, and then you can pitch the outer and put the inner tent in afterwards. And even in a pouring rain, the whole inside will stay dry. The Anjan has 2 pockets, each located at the front corners of the tent, as well as an adjustable length clothesline. The entire tent is double stitched, every seam. To show you the interior size of the Anjan, I have 2 long sleeping bags on 2 Thermarest Neo-Air pads here. They fit just fine, but there's no extra room. You'll notice that the end of the tent by your feet is sloped quite a bit, and so your sleeping bag will touch the end of the tent. One of the things we like most about the Anjan is that there's enough room in the vestibule for 2 adult backpacks and a dog. Not many tents you can do that in that don't even weigh 4 pounds. The inside of the tent is 28 square feet, so about average for a current 2-person backpacking tent. The vestibule, however, is 13 square feet. That's right, it is nearly half the size of the inside of the tent. If you have a lot of gear with you, hunting gear, photography equipment, this is a great tent to look at. The long profile and tunnel tent design of the Anjan 2 is very aerodynamic and sheds headwinds and tailwinds very well, as long as you pitch it either head or tail into the wind. In a crosswind, it's fairly strong, but not nearly so strong as it is lengthwise. The Anjan 2's 4 guy lines, which are made of a 2mm thick combination of Vectrin and polyester, are located at each corner of the tent. They have a breaking strength of 132 pounds. Overall, I've been really, truly happy with this tent. The attention to detail, the quality materials, the storm resistance, the moderate weight have made it just a real joy to use, and I would buy it again in a second. That said, they are expensive. An Anjan 2 currently retails for $740, and they are pretty difficult to find on sale or even used. And if you find one used, it will go for nearly what it's sold for new. Great tents, and if you're going to use it for a long time and going to use it hard, I cannot recommend it highly enough. If you don't need a tent for really demanding conditions or don't need it to last a very long time, just something for a couple of summers, then you would probably find plenty of value in a less expensive tent. All right, it is time to weigh the components of the tent. Let's see what we get. First up is the sack for the tent stakes. That's 0.4 ounces. Tent poles, 11 ounces. The main tent stuff sack, 1.4 ounces. The tent pole stuff sack, which also includes a small tent pole repair sleeve and kit, 1.5 ounces. we'll weigh the tent body and fly in their stuff sack, which we know weighs 1.4 ounces. So, subtracting for the stuff sack, we have 2 pounds, 12 ounces. Make that 2 pounds, 11.9 ounces. Lastly, we'll weigh the tent stakes. We have 4.9 ounces.